What up, crew? Have you ever wanted to 3D print your pet in full color? Well, now you can. There's a really cool company down the road that I'm doing a special secret project with. I'll have that video finished in a couple weeks, but I'm working with this company called Arty Lobster that 3D prints pets in full color, in plaster, in a different type of 3D printing. You send them 10 pictures of your pet and they make a high detailed model that is perfect of the exact animal, and they put it on a brass plate. Let's check it out. Okay, we are here at Arty Lobster with Hannah, who's gonna tell us more about Evelyn, the Projet 3D printer that made the special secret project, and all of the other things that they make here: dogs, cats, horses, pets. Take it away. Tell us what we're looking at here first.
Right. So it's one of the industrial prosumer systems by 3D Systems. It's called Projet 660 Pro. It's a really nice little machine which is used all over the UK in architectural bureaus, in model making bureaus, because it's one of the few printers that can actually create 3D, like fully colored 3D printed parts. That's why we're using it, because we are able to then create some really intricate, colorful pieces. This is one of our custom pieces, Dog Skywalker.
And so all of these pieces are individually made and designed specifically with all the pictures that you get from that pet. So they're not like a standard stock photo that you're using.
No, absolutely not. So what we're doing, we're taking 5 to 10 photographs from various angles, different light settings. We collect them from customers, ask them for their favorite pose and favorite features that they would like to depict of their dog, and we are then able to create an exact replica of that dog, including all the markings, all the characteristic pieces, all the facial expression, as much as we can, in order to create a bespoke piece. A lot of them are pet memorials, so things that are then used to commemorate the deceased pet, but some of them are used for marketing companies, for photo shoots. And we don't discriminate against any pets, so we don't do just dogs. We do dogs, we do cats, we do lizards.
Cows,
yes,
I see here.
Yes, we do have an award-winning cow as well. So this cow won a competition back in 2017.
And is this a stuffed animal in the back as well?
I think so, yes. That was a really fun project too. So it was someone's beloved little pet toy. And we're able to depict that too. We also had a really interesting inquiry from British Museum. We actually 3D printed a replica of an artifact of a little blue hippo. That was quite a cool project, but maybe we can talk about it another time, because that would be really exciting. But I've got something really cool here actually. I've got an award-winning pig called Truffles.
Truffles.
It's going to a customer today. They won the award on the best pig in show.
The best pig in show. And does he find pretty good truffles?
Hopefully. Well, his name would suggest it, so hopefully.
I see under each piece is an engraved part and with the name. So you're taking a brass plate.
Yes.
And CNCing everything to really give it like above and beyond.
Absolutely. So it's the actual statue is 3D printed. So the 3D model is created from photographs. It's digitally sculpted from scratch. So we don't use any stock images or any stock CAD models. We create every single one from scratch. We 3D printed in full color. However, since we decided the bases are giving it a really nice touch and also a nice weight, and it makes the sculptures age really beautifully,
right,
we decided to go a little bit of an extra way and offer that to our customers. It's quite an exciting process as well, preparing brass. So maybe we can talk about it later. If you ever need any brass projects, you will know what to do.
Done. I know where to go.
Yep.
Perfect.
Definitely.
Well, let's get into the actual depowder.
We've got the build here ready. It took roughly 10 hours and 20 minutes. We usually run our builds overnight because that's the most time effective and efficient way of doing things. So in that way we can make sure everything is done before the end of the day, and then things are ready the next day when we need it.
Now, to show you how the printer makes each layer, here in actual speed are the rollers laying down the initial bed of powder. Each of those little holes are for the vacuum, and you can see that it is only laying a very thin layer each time. Once it has completely covered up the bottom shelf in a flat bed of plaster, it will then start printing each layer of the slice model. The average model is around 400 layers, depending of course on how big the animal is and which way it's positioned to be printed. Here is the side profile cutaway of a horse that is halfway through printing. You can see that the print head is only going over the perimeter of the model and printing the shell with a mixture of ink and glue. Because the plaster is very expensive, they make the models with holes in them to recycle the internal powder. Okay, let's do it. First, we're just gonna open up the printer, and just like the SLS kind of powder, it's gonna be a whole block of powder that we need to get the parts out of. So we do that with, I assume, this vacuum hose.
Yes, that's correct. But you need to switch
Are there
it on
any heads
first.
that, any of these heads that you put on?
Yeah, you can definitely put on anywhere you want.
Yeah,
this
let's put on a nice
this,
vacuum head.
This one is alright, but you need to switch it on first, so go for it.
Probably going way too weak anyways.
No, but it's like it takes time, and it takes quite a while to get used to the feel as well. And it's quite normal to break stuff as well, so...
Oh, I don't want to break anything. The goal of this is to not break.
I'm just trying to say...
My channel's Joe Makes, not Joe Breaks.
Yes.
I'm lightly going over the parts because they're very brittle at this stage. And it's fun to feel like an archaeologist digging for buried treasure. Dogs, we're not doing this for me. Okay, here.
This might be really heavy. Oh, good one.
Nice. Now that we have our parts, I'm vacuuming all of the rest of the powder for the next print. These little gray rectangles are just the ink calibration done at the very beginning of each print, and they may break when I'm hoovering them up, but they don't matter. Clean printer is a happy printer, and inside here, the vacuum, are all of the pieces of debris that we don't need. Close her up.
Okay, now we switch on the cleaning.
Clean parts.
Yep. And now we need to put the magical gloves, which
Now
are
we
done.
Alright, we're gonna look beautiful now. Last part of the process is gluing. Each model is drenched in a special super glue which protects the print. Because it's an exothermic reaction, the plaster becomes really hot, and if you're not wearing gloves, it will burn you. Also, if the ink is of a darker color, then the temperature will increase. Wow, that's so hot! That's amazingly hot! Wow! Here's an example of the same dog printed in the exact same color, but given different coats of glue at different interval levels. If the model's coated with more layers of glue over a longer time period, it will end up with a shiny, glossy texture. So I'm here with Lars, the CEO and founder of Arty Lobster. How did you get this whole idea started in the first place? Quick overview.
Yeah, no, I have another business to do that does printing, and I really wanted to get into 3D printing. It's so interesting. So that's why we kind of started on. We looked at different ideas and found, pets is definitely it's an opportunity. Everyone's pet is unique, and we can really do a difference, make a difference, and come up with some brilliant sculptures.
Did you do your pet first?
I don't have any pets.
Yeah, I knew it. Okay, so
I have millions of pets in our office.
so now all of all these are your children. It's like you don't have a favorite. You don't need to
no,
choose
my
one.
children can't decide on what pet to get, so they have their own 3D printed ones.
Oh, really fascinating. And where do you see this business going? Would you go beyond pets, or you want to stay with this niche and really?
Well, there are a few pets in the world.
Yeah.
So what we said is, let's do all the pets in the world first, and then we can go beyond. It will take a few years. Yeah.
Perfect.
So no, but it's we have so much opportunities to look at pets, pet memorial gifts,
Right.
remembering your puppy. There's so many opportunities. So
Right.
so pets it's big.
Wow, what a market and what a place. I really want to thank you so much for giving me quite the behind-the-scenes experience and being able to make something. And that's all I'm going to say about that for now. I just wanted to thank Arty Lobster for letting me go out there and collaborate on this really cool upcoming project. These are really awesome. If you want to have your pet 3D printed, give them a call. I put a link in the description down below. I just want to thank Arty Lobster again for a great time and a really cool collab that we got going on. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned in the next couple weeks around Maker Central time. There's a hint. All right, let's finish this off with a quote.